Hello, I'm Dr. Anthony Rizzi, Director of the Institute for Advanced Physics, here for Faith Matters. Today I'd like to talk to you about something that we don't think much about, which is learning. And learning starts from what you see and proceeds to higher things. But you have to start with that simple things you see: yellow, square, circle, green, hot, cold. Those things are what we start with. But we often don't think about that, and because of that we don't think about what it means to be human, and we lose track of what it means to be human. What it means to be human is to get something through the senses and then have it in your emotions, have it in your heart. And if you haven't gone through that whole process from the sense input to your heart, you don't know something. Just being able to repeat a formula doesn't mean you know it. It has to be in here. And let me tell you how to think about that. There's 4 steps that have to be completed before you can say you learned something. The first step is you get the principle through your senses in some way. And that's a step. You have the principle. Something out in the world now you own in your mind. And step 2, you have to habituate that in your mind until you can think about it whenever you want. You can be walking down the street and you can say, how does that work? And you'll be thinking about it because you have it in that memory, in that habitual memory in your mind. Then step 3 is, okay, I got this new understanding. What is it? How does it help me grow in truth? Because this is our purpose in life, is to grow in truth. How does it help me grow in truth? And then I see, let's say, the 4 steps. Well, it helps me because it's the way I get to truth and how I understand whether I have truth or not. So then I think of, okay, in step 3B, I ask myself, what way in particular in my life can I change or do a new thing to implement that? And so I might find a particular area that I need to do that in. Maybe I'm learning the piano and I have to make sure I go through the 4 steps in that, and I come up with a regime that I need to do. I need something that I need to do that, and that is step 4. In step 4, you need to practice it. After 3B, where you have a regime, and you usually need a coach or something with this. But initially you can just do it yourself, which is come up with a regime and practice until it's in your emotions. So that when you're playing the piano and you make a mistake, you go, ugh. Even if it's a subtle mistake, inside you feel it. If you're doing great, you feel great. And if you don't have that, if you feel fine after you hit a clunker, you don't know the piano. So the 4 steps start in the physical and end in the physical. And that's our nature, is we know through the physical. That's what makes us human. So please try to remember the 4 steps and use them in your life. Thank you for listening. This has been Faith Matters.